Facts about every ability in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, Part 6. An interesting fact revolving around the ability Gravity Grenade is that did you know that it had a different design than to the one it has now? Its old look can actually be found in the very early beta footage of PvZ GW2. As you can see, the Gravity Grenade used to have a pinkish look and had a slightly larger hitbox. The fact that game developers of Plants vs. Zombies changed the color of Gravity Grenade from pink to the blue color that we have now, is a bit peculiar to me, as I think that it suited it a bit more. Anyways, that is just my opinion, so feel free to tell me yours in the comment section. With all that said, I'll move on to the next fact. One fascinating fact for robocall is that certain objects can be instantly destroyed just by the mech simply walking into them. These objects include tall nut battlements, drones, spikeweeds and vehicles. I think that this is really cool, as I just found this out a few days ago, and it shows just how packed PvZ GW2 is with content. I have played this game since it came out, and I'm still finding out tons of new and compelling facts about it. A bonus fact for Z-Mech is that you can eject from it mid-air. Doing this is pretty simple. All you have to do is walk forward, jump and eject from the mech all at the same time. This looks really cool, as it looks like in the movies, where people escape at the last second or in mid-air. I know it looks like a really scuffed version of it, but it's really captivating nonetheless. Also, another amazing thing that you can do with this is get high ground and drop the mech on your enemies, as they will be really shocked and the explosion from the mech will blow them up before they even know it. It's like a giant chili bean bomb but for imp. A fact for Missile Madness is that did you know that there is a way to get bonus time for the mech by using it? To perform this, you are just going to want to use the Missile Madness ability as soon as the Z-Mech is about to run out. Since the Missile Madness ability lasts for around 7 seconds, that is how much extra time you will get for the mech. I'm not quite sure as to why this would ever be useful, but there's a fun fact for you guys. One odd fact for Explosive Escape is that using the fact about the Z-Mech that I said earlier, about jumping out of your mech mid-air, you can find out that Explosive Escape actually has a secret picture. I only managed to pull this off with low gravity, but I'm not sure if you have to. Anyways, as you can see, the icon for the Explosive Escape ability changed into a completely different picture. This was probably meant to be the actual picture for the ability but was later scrapped and forgotten to be removed. This ability picture was actually later used in Battle for Neighborville, so was not completely wasted. Here's a picture of them both. An extra fact for Explosive Escape is that the safety button sound of the cover falling actually plays when you warp home as Imp. This is really strange to me, and I have no clue as to why this happens. Listen closely. A great fact involving the Robo Stomp ability is that if you would like to cancel the charge up of Robo Stomp with a jump, which will help you to avoid being shot, all you have to do is jump and use the Robo Stomp ability at the same time. Doing this will cancel most of the animation and allow you to move a short distance while doing it, and will therefore be more effective hitting enemies. Here is me using the Robo Stomp ability normally. As you can see, it charges up for a really long time, and so you will most likely fail to hit enemies. One unusual fact about Impcat is that despite Imp shooting the bullets that he uses during Impcat from his guns, when using any other Imp than the normal one, you can see that the bullets for Impcat still stay the same. Even though the Lil Drake shoots fire, when using the Impcat, he still shoots the boring old Imp blaster shots. I think that it would have been way cooler if Lil Drake shot a circle of fire bullets, but tell me what you guys think in the comments. A quick disclaimer that I would like to say, is that since there are so many mechs and abilities for them, I will make a video purely on them, as it might get repetitive. Anyways, back to the video. A cool fact for Super Ultra Ball, is that it is a clear reference to the Hadouken Ball from Street Fighter. This makes sense, as Super Brains is meant to be super and so therefore takes inspiration from different superheroes. A bonus fact for Super Ultra Ball, is that you are surprisingly able to move whilst using it. In order to perform this, you are going to want to be Cosmic Brains and hold down the punch. After that, you are just going to want to use the Ultra Ball whilst still holding the punch down. Doing this will allow you to move a few centimeters. This is very useless, but it's just a nice thing to know. One interesting fact for Super Guided Ultra Ball, is that did you know that it has a set time before it explodes? Well, if the Super Guided Ultra Ball doesn't hit anything for around 10 whole seconds, it will manually explode. I think that this shouldn't happen, as the Guided Ultra Ball moves so slowly, so should have a bit more time to hit its targets. But tell me what you guys think. An additional fact including the Super Guided Ultra Ball ability, is that were you aware that you have the ability to zoom in whilst using it? This isn't really handy in any way, as the Super Guided Ultra Ball has homing anyways. But hey, I didn't say that these facts were going to be useful. A really surprising fact utilizing the Turbo Twister ability, is that did you know that it used to be so overpowered that PopCap had to nerf it significantly? Well, in around 2016, Turbo Twister did 8 damage per tick and slowed enemies down who were caught inside. Also it lasted a bit longer. This made Turbo Twister way too overpowered, and so then it later got nerfed to the puny damage of only 2. Up to this day, Turbo Twister is only really used to tank damage and for another reason that I will get onto. Another way that Turbo Twister is used, is to extinguish the fire damage effect. Turbo Twister can only get rid of the fire damage effect and no other ones. This makes sense, as fire can be put out in real life by wind, but toxic and chillness can't, as wind will only make you colder if you are trying to get rid of your chillness. As you can see, Turbo Twister is unable to remove the toxic and ice effect. A fact featuring the heroic kick ability, is that did you know that the player used to only have 1 instead of 2? This didn't really allow Super Brains to get around the map as quickly and as frequently as the game developers wanted, so the amount of heroic kicks was increased from 1 to 2. Okay guys, that is the end of the video. We are so close, and I mean so close, to the ginormous milestone of 1,000 subscribers. So if you would like to support me or the channel, please like the video and subscribe, it helps me out way more than you think. Anyways, I just want to say a huge thanks for you guys supporting me in this series. With all that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day, and peace.